The live stream that you're about to watch is me building out one of our Treehouse code adventures live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/The Treehouse Show. We typically try to go live every single Thursday at 12 CST. This week, I built out one of our Treehouse code adventures live, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people show up, and it was really interesting to build this out with React. If you'd like to know a little bit more about the Treehouse code adventures and what they are, head on over to teamtreehouse.com/code_adventures and start an adventure today and let us know how you like it. But you came here to watch the live stream, so let's get into it. It's about 4 hours long, so hope you enjoy it. In a way, like you can kind of take what you're learning now and think about some of the advanced things, and it'll kind of make sense. But it's also good to kind of see like where you can get to at some point. Doing the tech degree. You say bore, and I definitely needed to hear that because I feel I've been moving a little slow on it for sure. Yeah, web accessibility's not the funnest thing whatsoever, but you'll want to make sure you have an understanding of it for sure. Yeah, well, good luck with the web accessibility stuff for sure. If you have any questions or you need any help with it, don't hesitate to reach out in Discord or Slack. If you're in the tech degree, you should have access to our Slack channels. All right. So we have Tailwind set up. Now let's set up our config, which is npx tailwind init npx tailwind css init-p. And it's going to create our Tailwind file, config file. Let's copy over that. Now let's add in our directives. I think that's what it's called. Our CSS. Also, don't be afraid to like ask me what I'm doing in the stream. I know it's going to be quite advanced compared to where you are currently in the tech degree, but a lot of this stuff is things that I've picked up outside of the tech degree after I graduated. But you'll see the basics of like HTML and CSS and some JavaScript stuff in here, even though the methods that I'm using are a little bit more advanced. So yeah, if you have any questions on how I do something, don't hesitate, just ask. Okay. So now let's install Flowbyte. npm install Flowbyte React. And then we're going to update our plugins inside our Tailwind config. And then I'm also going to let it point to some more files. I'm gonna just watch, at least this way I won't be entirely new to me when I get to it. It won't be entirely new when I get to it. Yes. Like I said, I watched a lot of advanced stuff when I was just starting, and yeah, it made so much sense later on when I finally saw or was learning some of this stuff. And I'm really happy I watched it. So yeah, I'll just do my thing. If you got any questions though, feel free to ask. But basically what I'm doing is I am building this little, actually I can pull it up here. I'm building this modal, and I'm going to use React, which is a really fun way to build front-end stuff with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but you use something called React to do it. And I'm going to use Tailwind to make the CSS much faster. Tailwind is awesome, and whenever you finally decide you want to learn Tailwind, you'll love it, but take some advice and learn and understand CSS. Have a very good understanding of CSS before you dive into something like Tailwind or Bootstrap. For sure. Oh, sweet. You already know React? That's awesome. Cool. This will be fun to follow along with. I just assumed you didn't have too much of a front-end understanding since you were only in the third unit, but I mean, I knew a good bit too when I first took the tech degree, so I get it. Cool. Actually, you know what? Just so we can refer back to it in our assets, let's go ahead and add in this mockup. Cool. So we can take a look at this as we need to. Oh, you know about it. Well, I'll show you how it works. You're going to probably be like, whoa, that's a weird way of doing some of the stuff that you currently know. But trust me, it speeds things up. You can build things so much faster with React than you can with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right, cool. So we have everything set up to get started with this project. So I'm going to close out of that because I don't think we'll need it. Got Twitch up. We can actually close out of Twitch. Okay. Let's run our server in pm run dev and at least see if this is working in the browser. And it's not. Why? Okay, yeah, because we deleted our... Yeah, we deleted this SVG. So let's remove it. Let's actually remove this. We're going to remove this as well. Actually, we're going to replace this entire file. We're going to replace it with an empty component called app. We're going to remove this app.css file. I'm also... Okay, you know what? I think we're good here. And cool, we see app in the browser. Cool, I'm gonna close off this terminal window. I don't think we'll need it too much. I wanna be able to see the screen a little bit. Actually, let me move the chat down a little bit. Not sure where to put the chat, honestly. You know what, I'll move me. I'll put me up here and I'll put the chat down here. It might be a little easier. Okay, let's just get started building this out. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up our mockup in the browser as well. Assets, mockup. There we go. Let's open this up here. Cool. I think this will be easier than actually looking at it in the text editor. Okay, so what do we want to do first? I guess let's just create a static modal for now. We'll just center this entire application. So let's rename our app component to just we'll call it modal. And inside of main, we're going to import modal, which it already renamed it for me. Modal. And then we're going to put modal here. And inside of modal, let's write modal just to make sure it's all working. Cool, and it is. So let's make this a little bit smaller, make this a little bit bigger, and let's get started building this out. So we'll return a div, and in here it'll just have a p tag. Let's just put back modal again. There we go. And for the class names, we're going to do grid. We're going to do place items center. We'll do a height of, let's do a minimum height, a min height of screen, or what is it? MINH screen. There we go. And it's going to center our content. So now our modal itself, let's see, we can give this some height and width. Let's go height, let's do 80%. We do width. Let's also go 80%. Let's do BG red 500, see if that worked. Okay, cool, it did. We'll do a margin auto. Actually, you know what? No, this, we need, yeah, this height and width needs to be on our child. So we'll put this into another div and we'll say height 80%, and we'll do width 80%. And we'll put modal right back there. Cool. Now this isn't centered, but our modal should be. So if we give this a BG of like gray 200, cool, we'll see that centered. Awesome. Looks like these have some pretty rounded borders. Let's do rounded LG. Maybe XL. What about 2XL? Okay, cool. We'll do some padding of like 5 rim. I mean 5. Or maybe we could do 10, put more. Okay, cool. I think that looks good. Let's remove our red background. What's in here? It's like a super gray background. We can do BG gray, like 500. Oh, it's way too much. 300. 300's good. Let's put the BG of our modal just pure white. Make it easy to see. Cool, 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 cool. This is looking similar so far. Okay, so it looks like there's two panels in here. We have this left side and we have this right side. And we do need to keep them contained. All right, so let's name these. Left side could be, what should we call this left side? And what should we call the right side? I'm always so bad with figuring out what we should call things. Let's check. Okay. Let's see. We could say product information on the left, but I mean, it's also product information on the right. Yeah, naming things is so tough. It's so annoying. It takes forever. We could say product information could be on the left, and then product purchase could be on the right. Because you're mostly purchasing from the right side. Yeah. Oh, you know what? We can do product overview on the left, because it's more of an overview of the entire product, and then product purchase on the right. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we're going to render both of these as components. So we can say product overview, and then we can say product purchase overview. There we go. I like that. But these don't exist yet, so we're going to need to import them and create them. So let's import product overview from, and we're going to put this inside of a components folder, and it's just going to be product overview. And then we're going to import product purchase overview from components product purchase overview. It's such a long component name. What are line 8 and 9? Are these tags? Is that what you're referring to? It does. This all looks like HTML, but this is actually not HTML at all. This is what's called JSX. So it looks like HTML, but you can actually do some JavaScript and some logic running in here. So when you create a component in React, this will kind of make sense once you see it, but you display and use the component wherever you want by calling it like this. It looks like it's a tag, but it's actually a full-on component. So we have this product overview component right here, and like I said, it doesn't exist yet. This doesn't look like it's spelled correctly over here. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and create it, and it'll kind of make a little bit more sense. So we're gonna create that folder called components. And then in here, I'll create product overview.jsx. And in here, I'll write a RAFCE, and it's gonna create my component for me, which it just creates this function here called product overview, and it returns some JSX, which looks like JavaScript. So it returns a div that says product overview. So if I hit save, well, I'm gonna also have to create the other one, or we're gonna get this error. So let's do that real fast. We'll create the other one, which was product purchase overview. We're gonna do RAFCE, it'll create it for us. And if we refresh our page, you'll see both of these here. All these components currently have is just a div that has their name in them. And inside of our modal, which is basically the basic beginning part of our project, we're calling them. And you can also give them what's known as props, which is more information, which we'll definitely get into some of that a little bit later. What's up, Brian? Brian's in the house. I'm hanging out with So Lee. Oh wait, is that how you say it? So Lee? I think it is. I'm trying to remember. Yep, So Lee. Cool, it's a party now. We have So Lee and Brian. No Travis yet. No Rohald yet. I'm surprised. Okay. So yeah, back to what we were saying. 8 and 9. These aren't HTML tags. These are actual components that render more JSX, which is basically like HTML, but it's not. It just renders currently just their names, which is why you're seeing them here. Okay, so in our product overview, I'm gonna probably say project overview multiple times. If I do, I mean product. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Brian, we are building out the product details modal code adventure today. Yeah, components are basically big chunks of reusable code. Okay, so Brian, we'll catch you up. We had some trouble figuring out what we should call these panels. It looks like this modal will have two main sections in there. We ended up calling it product overview on the left, and then on the right is product purchase overview. If you have some better names, please let me know. I think these are okay though. I don't know. Cool. Perfect names. Okay, good. All right, let's close off the product purchase overview. And let's just work on that first one, which is the product overview. By the way, Brian, I'm not going to use the smartwatch images. I'll probably figure something else out. That way I can actually post the source code on my GitHub without people just taking the code and uploading it. Speaking of, let's commit some of these changes because we basically set up the project structure. So I'll say set up project structure init tailwind flowbyte react. I'll put in parentheses via Vite, and then we'll commit. And we can push this. Make sure it's up on our GitHub. Should be. So yesterday in Feud Slack, we were talking about the .ds store file that is usually hidden in Mac folders. We were talking about the potential breaches it could cause by pushing it publicly on GitHub and not put it in the .gitignore because the file contains some metadata. Yeah, that confuses me. Brian helped me out a lot. So I actually have a global gitignore file that lives on my computer. And if you'll notice, I didn't put anything in this gitignore here other than just like what comes with Vite. When I installed React, it created this for me, and it does have my node modules as well as my DS store in here, right here. But just in case I did not include or I didn't have a .gitignore, the global gitignore file on my computer will always hide those files when I create something new. So I don't ever have to worry about creating a gitignore for my DS store. And I did not come up with that by myself. Brian helped me with that. And yeah, it saves me a lot of time. I don't have to always do this every time I create a new project. So Brian's the man. Brian is the man. Okay. All right, we're in our product overview page. What are we going to work on first? Oh, let's see if this actually uploaded. Sweet. Yes, that's up on GitHub. No, you. I don't think we'll have enough time to make this mobilely responsive. I know that's not good, but it's fine. Also, I'm going to set the width to 90%. That way, yeah, that looks so much better. No doubt Rohald probably got that from Brian because Brian's the man. Brian always has the best ideas. I've learned so much from Brian. I would not be a developer if it wasn't for Brian. I can truly, honestly say that. Okay. For the bazillionth time, let's start working on this. So let's break up this product overview section into a few components as well. We have this top part. I'm going to just call this a carousel, even though it's not your traditional carousel. It works exactly the same. Instead of a left and right arrow for navigation, you'll navigate with the actual images you get. I think this will be pretty fun to build instead of using some sort of library or anything for it. Cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and create that as a component now. So we can call this product carousel.jsx. I'll save this, and inside of our product overview component, we are going to link that component. So let's do that here. We're gonna have to import it. So we're gonna import product. Actually, no, it's called, oh yeah, no, it is product carousel. And we're gonna import it from same directory, product carousel. And then inside of here, we are just going to write product carousel, just like that. And now we should not see product overview, but we should see product carousel here. Product overview is this, it's just product carousels inside of it. And we're not rendering that text that says product overview anymore. You are too kind. Dude, I am not too kind. I know everything I know because of you. Okay. So let's work on this product carousel. You know what? I'll actually use the images. Let's just use the watch images, because I mean, why not? Why not? Let's open up this folder. Let's say watches. What is the star SVG? Oh, you know what? That's probably for the ratings. I'm gonna use an icon for that. Okay, cool. So we have our watches. And let's start building out this product carousel component, because this will be a lot of fun. And I'll be able to write a little bit of code finally. All right, so we'll do a class name. I'm gonna leave this blank for a bit because I think all right, let's just import our images. Hey Brian, question for you. I've never actually used more than like 1 or 2 images at a time. Do I need to actually import each of these images up here, or is there an easier way to do it? And what are they called? Oh, these are WebPs? Can I even use a WebP? Let's call this watch image 1. From, oh wait, no, this does not need to be like that. I would love to just import the whole folder. Is that even, can I do that, Brian? Is that possible? The best thing is to put them in a public folder, then you can access them from normal path. Put them in a public folder. You mean this public folder, right? And then what do you mean I can access them from a normal path? You mean like I could just do image and then link to the source? Oh, I could, huh? Because that's going to be the output, right? I wish you guys could listen to my music. It's so good. But I'm gonna get copyright strike again. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's move these all into the public folder. Actually, let's move the watches folder into the public folder. Let's see. Let's just try it. Would I still need to use the... No. I don't know. You're gonna have to help me here, Brian. And we can do product1.webp. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Oh, wait. No, yeah, it still didn't work. Let's see what you said. All right, public base path. If you're deploying a project under a nested public path, simply specify the base config option, and all asset paths will be rewritten accordingly. This looks very involved. Hey, what's up, Brohald? Brohald, actually. Your name's Brohald, I forgot. What's this? Static asset handling. Import image URL from image.png. I mean, this is basically what I've been doing. I just wondering if there was an easy way to like collectively bring in all of the images, but it's probably basically the same thing. Yeah, it's probably basically the same thing. Brohald, we are building the PDP, the product details page, actually the product details modal from the Code Adventures. No, that's not Rohald. It's Brohald. It's not Rohald, though. Okay. I'm just going to do it the normal way. Maybe this could be like a refactor. We could do like a refactor stream later. All right, so we're gonna do image 1, and we're gonna move images back to our assets folder. We're gonna target assets, watches, and it's called, what is it called? Product -1.webp. Is that how it was spelled? No, it's just WebP, product 1. All right, and let's see if this actually works. I don't know if I can use a WebP. I can use a WebP, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so Rohald, we're building the product details modal. We're working on this product carousel first component. I think this will be pretty fun. Okay. Let me use my thinking cap. How are we going to do this? Let me close out all these things so I can get back to this quickly. Okay, so let's set the container for the carousel with a max width. We can do max width. Maybe... Well, it'll always be at least 50%, right? Which we won't really be able to see right away because we don't have our other section. Well, no, it does work. It'll still be 50%. Cool. And all of these images will have some border radius. We'll do rounded large. That looks pretty cool. So this first image is special. This first image will be basically our display image, displayed image. So this one's value will change. So we're gonna have to set this up in state later. And then underneath, we're gonna have our carousel navigation. I think that's a good name for it. So let's do, yeah, we'll do a div. And we'll do flex. We will align items center. I don't even think that's the right tailwind thing. I think it's just item center. Yeah, item center. Also, we're going to do flex start, which, well, it's already on flex start, so that should be enough. So in here, we're gonna render our images, and let's make this a UL, and then we could do list items. And In case in case Gil's watching, we're gonna be we're gonna write some dry code today. We're not gonna repeat ourselves like we did last time. So I'll create a component for each image, unless this gets too complex. But anyway, in here we'll have an image. You know what? This will be fun. Let's do that now. In here we will create a folder for the product carousel. We're gonna put our product carousel component in there. We might have to update the paths though. Okay, no, it updates it for us, so we should be fine. We do have to save that though. We have our product carousel here. Let's close the modal. Let's close main. Okay, so inside of product carousel, we're gonna have product image.jsx. This might not even work. I'm just gonna try something out here. Since these are static and they're not coming from a database, let's have some fun. Const images equal, and we're gonna import all those fun images into here. Let's copy that over from the other one. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have 4, yeah? Yeah, 4. So we'll do image 2, image 3, image 4. Delete this last one. I did not. It looks too involved and it kind of does the same thing. I'm just going to import them as I normally would, where you basically import the file. Well, you import it and you call it whatever you want, and then you say where you're importing it from. So it's basically saying watch image 1 is a variable that holds the basically the image that we have set here. So let's change this to 2, 3, and 4. And I want to put them in an object. Should we do an object? No, let's just do an array. There's no need for an object. We can do watch image 1, and we'll update these to 2, 3, and 4. And what we'll do is we will map over images. We'll say images dot map, and we'll map each image. We'll grab an index, and we can say let's return. What are we returning? We're inside product image, right? Yeah. This probably needs to be in a div then. We'll set the source to image, give it a key of index. I think this should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work, right? So this component here is going to render all of our images. And if I go back to the product carousel, I could just render this component directly in here. And what do we call it? Product image. I'll change that to images. So we can say import product image from product image. Gotta spell it correctly first. All right, did that work? No, it sure didn't. Oh, do I need to delete this? And then we can delete this as well. Oh no, we do need that. This is our display image. All right, so where am I getting this error? It's saying import watch image from. Where is this coming from? Product carousel. Huh. Is the error coming from the image? Okay, no, so the error is coming from product carousel because of this. So the error is in here. So does this, do these not exist? So yeah, troubleshooting's fun. Not really. All right, let's redo this. Okay, I'm in the wrong directory. Okay, so we just need to add, we just need to get out of the directory folder a little bit more. Go out one extra level, and this should fix it. Oh, it still didn't fix it. Is it saying that this doesn't exist? Yeah, it should be 2 levels down. So this is the right path now. I'm not really. It's saying import watch image 1 from. Oh, you know what? It's still got my old path. Oh, you know what? When I created the new product carousel, yeah, I have to do it here too. So it's screaming at me from here. This should fix it. There we go. Cool. I forgot that we created a whole different directory for the product carousel and all of its like subcomponents. So when you do that, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Everything lives relative. Okay, so it kind of worked. I'm not seeing any of the images that we're looping through though. Oh, and I think I know why. We need to loop this way, because we're only rendering one of these, and this, well, this should still kind of work. Where's this little slash coming from though? Oh, right here. Look how excited you are. I'm always excited when I figure out a bug, especially live, because live bugs suck. Okay. So we are rendering this UL here. So if I write this, I should see that. Okay, cool. And it's rendering our product image. Product, I'm gonna name this images. No, we're gonna name it product image. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out all of these and I'm gonna put them back into the carousel component itself. Oh, we're already using this image, so let's remove that. You like my fancy sparkles when I type? Hey Travis, welcome to the stream. You like that? It's Laura showed me this extension. It's called Power Mode. It's awesome. Oh wait, wrong. Here we go, right here. So like by default, when you download the extension, it kind of shakes the screen and it has like this level up here. So the more that you type all in one, you get like this little multiplier up here, which is pretty cool. I turned it off. I didn't care for it too much. Let's go and look at the settings though. Location, power mode, combo location. I'm gonna turn the combo on. Show. Take a look at this. So if I'm starting to write const, oh wait, do I have to like? Oh, I might have to actually restart my editor. I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, go download power mode. It's really cool. Laura showed it to me, and I don't think I'll ever want to code without it now. We'll hide it. Go back. Yeah, the screen shakes is on by default and it's horrible. Like I was like, oh, this extension sucks. I can't use this. But you can actually really configure the extension pretty well. But the I got the bare minimum on. I've got the fireworks, which I think is pretty cool. If we go to settings, let's go to power mode. I got particles turned on, but you can do like magic. Look how cool the magic is. It's like little magic swirlies. Console.log magic swirlies. You could even do like a portal. I think portals is pretty cool too. Where's portal? Or is it called something else? Exploding Rift. That's what it's called. So you can do console.log. Hey, Travis. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I like keeping things pretty minimal. I just have the particles on. But there's particles, fireworks, flames, magic. There's Clippy. I don't know if anyone knows Clippy. Clippy's so old, but you'll have like this little Clippy right here. Kind of cool. All right. Clippy's awesome, but he doesn't belong in my text editor. Bad Clippy. Okay, let's get back to the code. I'm surprised you guys remember Clippy. Power mode is awesome. You guys should go download it if you haven't tried it yet. It's definitely one of the cooler extensions I've downloaded in a while. Okay, back to figuring this out. So what we'll do here is we're gonna loop here and render the component. We were doing it backwards. I'm still very new to React. This is me learning React, so you're gonna see me struggle. Let's remove all this logic for a bit. We'll say images here, because this is where the images will be. And let's go back here, and we're gonna loop through that this way. Let's see, let's actually set up our, yeah. Okay, so we set up our object for images inside the actual carousel, and we are going to loop over this. So we can do images.map, and we'll call each one image. We'll say index, and we're gonna render, for each image, we're gonna render our image, and we're gonna have a source property, and the source is gonna be the image, and our key is gonna be our index. And that should be everything we need. So now let's go back in here and we're gonna set up our props, and we're going to render out just an image. Say image source is equal to props.source. And it did not work. Why? Are we just product image? Oh yeah, we changed the name. Didn't we? No, we didn't, but now we will. Oh, you didn't miss much, Soli. Promise. Okay, product images, props. It's returning an image. Source is equal to props.source. We're passing in the source. So why is this not working? Do I get anything in the console? Ooh, yeah, we do. Does not like me. Watch image 1 is not defined. What do you mean watch image 1? Do I have to import these images directly into this too? No, that would not make sense. We're not actually using them. My attempt at writing dry code gives me errors. Error occurred in product image. Product image doesn't exist anymore. It's product images. So if we refresh, oh, those were old errors. So no, we're not getting any more errors. But I'm not seeing any of my product images. And I don't know why. Who's looking at my code that can help me figure this out? Let's go over it. I sure do. I always forget to write return. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Travis. There's our images. You know what? I need a checklist. Whenever things aren't working, I need to go to my checklist, and my first thing on my checklist is asking, did I return anything? Thanks, Travis. You get a gold star. Cool. So now we're looping over our images, and we're only doing this with one image. So instead of updating the class names for each image, I can just update one class name here. One set anyway. So we'll do a width of 50 pixels. How about that? Oh no. Oh no, that's way too small. 150? 150 looks good. I think it's a little wide though, because we want the container. Actually, we're gonna put this into a container because we want the container to only be 50%, and the images can only scale to about 100, or we'll have to worry about the overflow. So we'll do that, and we're gonna say class name. We do with, well, we can do 100% here because it's gonna be relative, right, to its parent, which is parent is 50%. Yeah. So if we do a BG red 500, tomato red, we'll see that it is a 50%. Well, it's 100% relative to its parent, which is 50%. Cool. Now, I do not like spacing, so we'll do flex, and we're just gonna do a gap of like 2, gap 2, gap 1. Why is that not doing anything? Justify start. Let's take a look. Oh, I see what's going on. This is rendering for each image. True. So we're gonna remove all of this actually, because its parent is here. Yep. And items are set to center. So let's just do gap 2 here. We can do a margin top of like 2, space it out. We'll do rounded LG. Oh no, we need to do that for the images. Images will have rounded LG. Cool. All right, now we're gonna start worrying about clicking on each one of these and rendering that image up here. I might need some help for this if anyone's really good with index and knowing how to click things. Actually, I think I can figure it out. We'll see. I'm thinking. Okay, I think this should be pretty easy. So on the image, we'll have an on click. And in here, let's run a function, set display image, which can be our setter function. So we'll need some state. Oh, Travis, you don't know? This is an actual custom function when you spell it this way. I don't want to give out secrets, so I'm going to spell it the normal way. But just know that wasn't on accident. All right. We'll say const display image and set display image equals use state. Initially, we're actually going to have our main image in here. I'm wondering if I should set this up in global state. No, I don't need to. Do you guys use context for multiple components, or do you just use it for global state once? I write React hooks? What do you mean, Brian? All right, let's just set our state here and we'll pass it. That makes more sense, right? Because this is the parent container for the carousel itself. Do you prop drill, Brohald? How do you guys handle state through multiple components if you don't use context? Do you just pass and pass and pass? I prefer not to keep passing. Drill is a big word. In this case, I'd pass it down a single component, yes. Single components, yeah, that makes total sense. That's what props are for, as much as I've found out. Of course you'd prop drill, Brian. I don't know. I'm trying to just learn best practices. So if I have to pass state between more than one component, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to try to set it up in global state or use context in a parent component if I can. But I am still learning. I don't know if that's best practice. It sounds like it would be. Context shouldn't be used for state that frequently changes because of ray renders. That does make sense. So is prop drilling okay in that context? No pun intended. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, as long as the app works. When I redid FSJS Project 10, I did literally everything in context and then realized what Rohald said afterwards. Their official docs say for themes and auth for context. For themes and auth, context only. So what you're telling me is there's a zillion different ways to do the same thing, right or wrong. Okay, you know what? We'll pass. We'll just keep passing. I'm not going to use any global state unless I'm doing any auth or theming, which we're not doing any theming in here. And if we do, I'll let Flowbyte handle it and make it super simple. Actually, I'll show you guys how to very simply add dark theme using Flowbyte. It's very cool, but we'll do that later. Drill them props. You guys are funny. I'll drill the props. Soli is probably so confused. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to our product carousel, which is the component parent. Let's set up our state. So we'll say const. Actually, I think it's already set up, right? We removed it. Let me copy that out of here, save that, and we'll paste it in here. And we'll import state. And this will actually be set to images 1. One day you'll be a better React developer than me. Guaranteed. Just keep at it. I've literally learned React like a month ago. So I don't think anything I do is best practice. You miss Slack emojis and /Giphy. What do you mean? You miss Slack emojis? You can't use Slack emojis anymore? You're already a better React dev than me. I highly doubt that. I just practice a lot, dude. I just build a lot of stuff. It doesn't mean I retain any of this info. He means in Twitch. Oh, yeah. So if you're watching Twitch from the browser, if you come down here, I think you could send these directly into the chat. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just tried setting this up. You guys probably won't even see this. I don't even think I set it up correctly. Just keeps asking me to configure it. Yeah, Twitch emojis are garbage. That's the OG right there. For those that know, they know. Okay. Let's work on actual React. So we're currently setting display image to images 1. Okay. So instead of having watch image hard coded into there like that, we're going to set display image. If I hit save, nothing should change except the actual image that we're using, which is this one. So why is that here? Oh, 0 index. Okay. I forgot about my arrays for a second. Dude, Rocket is the best app I have ever found. Thank you so much for sharing that a while back. I use Rocket. It is amazing. Every single time I reformat a computer or I get a new computer or anything, I set up Rocket first. Okay, I'm gonna check out Raycast again after the stream, but when it initially came out, I couldn't stand Raycast. It didn't work very well. But why don't you go ahead and link the website for Raycast so that I could look at it later. I don't know. It was not very user friendly when I used Raycast. I didn't care for it very much. Raycast, are you? Is that Is that like a search feature for your MacBook? Your Mac OS, I mean? Am I thinking of the same thing? It probably is a user issue. Yeah, Spotlight on steroids, yeah. Yeah, I had a hard time using it for some reason. It was very buggy for me, actually. But I mean, I downloaded it a long time ago. It might have still been pretty new. I'll give it a chance. Won't give it a chance. We'll see. Okay, cool. So this is scaling accurately, which is good. Good. I do want these to have a minimum height, and then after that they'll overflow, but we can do that later. It's not super important right now. So currently our display image is set to our first image in our images array, and this will likely come from a backend if this was hooked up, but it's static. What we will do though, well, what we have is we're setting the display image with the current display image, and what we want to do is as we click on each one of these images here, we want to update the display image by calling this setter function to set the display image. Yes. Adios, Soli. Let us know when you come back. So, go to product images. We are setting the display image, but how do we set that display image? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't disable Spotlight. I probably should have read the docs. That's probably what it was. It was super buggy. But I'm going to definitely take a look at it. Actually, oh cool, you posted the link. I'll save this. I'm going to put this in my, not like that. I'm going to put this in my bookmarks and I'll take a look at it later. Okay, so I need you guys' help. When I render these images, they do have a key, right? Which is the index. And these index, you know, I know it's probably not best practice, but the way that we're doing it, it works. These indexes will match the images that we're importing. So when I click on this, how do I get access to this index? Or is that like already... I don't know. Pass another prop for the index. Okay, so index equals index. So now when we click on an image, how do I get access to that index? Yeah, I do remember doing that, trying to access the key, and it was telling you can't access the key, or it had, I don't think it was an error, but it was like a warning. Didn't like that. Okay, so I don't like this is wrapped. Why is this wrapped? I don't like this formatting here. It's confusing, but I guess it's fine. Do you need to pass the set display functions props to? Yes, I will. I will. So let's do that now. We can say set display image equals set display image. And now whenever we on click, we'll say props.set display image. It don't like that. Well, I think it's because it's not in props and I'm not using TypeScript. So okay, so how do we get the index? Right? How do I return the, well, actually I should just already have it when I click, right? Console.log. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. How happens if I hit E? Yeah, that's not gonna give me what I want either. Props.index. Look at you guys. So that part's always confused me. How does it know? I guess whenever you click on something, well, let's actually go back and console.log E. Do you get access to the props? See, I don't... Like, I understand it, but I don't. Like, I don't understand how I have access to props when I click on it. There's not even a property in here. I mean, I know I'm logging the event, but still. I get it. Like I said, I just don't. I don't get it, but I get it. Either way, we know what we're doing now. You don't access props through the event. You get access in the component itself. The whole component has access to the props. I know. It makes sense. It really does. So we can do props.index. This should work. This should just fix it. Oh, no it don't. We'll see. We'll figure this out. Props.setDisplayImage. Okay, so I'm setting it to props.index. Okay, so I need to also pass in my images array. And then we can say props.images at this index, right? There we go. That works. Yeah, it's confusing. Like, I completely understand it, but I don't at the same time. It hurts my brain. A lot of this stuff hurts my brain, but like the more I do it, the better I get with it. At least we got our little carousel working here, so we're good. Yeah, React is a beast. But we got our carousel working, so that's sweet. Let's commit this up. Product carousel working basic, because I'm sure there's gonna be a few other things we need to do. Oh, I didn't mean to push. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to commit it. Ugh. What's you guys' favorite brain food? Like, what do you snack on when you're in the zone coding? I've got these little peanut butter pretzels. They're my favorite. React Dev Tools gives you a better visual of the props that are available to you. Okay. So when you click on a component, you have access on the click to all of the props. That's basically the best way I can understand it in my head. When you click on a component or you interact with the component, you have access to that component's props on the click or on the event. Am I wrong? Oh, you just confuse me even more. I don't have to click it and I still have access to it. It's like a blessing and a curse that you learn vanilla JavaScript first. It really is, because like I spent so much time learning one specific way to do it, and now it's like my brain. It's hard for me to like retrain my brain because of the parameter in line 1. What line 1? Props? Try logging props before the return? Oh, I'm starting to understand. Yeah, of course, because it's in the function, we have access to it. But I think what I'm getting at is, how does it know when I click on a specific image to get me the props for that specific image? Like, how does it know? Is it because the click event, the on-click triggered something? Like, I totally understand that I have access to all the props. That part's never confused me. It's knowing that I clicked on a specific image and I got that specific image's props is what confuses me. How did it get that? I understand that it has it. I just don't understand how it got it. because that is a specific instance of the component. It makes sense. It makes sense. See, these live streams are cool. I get to learn more. I like learning. I lied. Learning's actually kind of annoying sometimes. I'm gonna just be straight up with y'all. Let's give it, because it's bothering me, let's give it a cursor of pointer on these images down here. Great. Cool. Added cursor pointer. I'm only committing this because I'm finished with this component. The specific component with the specific key has been clicked. I don't know. It'll be hard for me to understand. You know what? Let's ask Copilot. I understand that my component has access to all the props being passed. How in the hell does it know the exact prop I need when clicking? Explain like I'm a 0.5-year-old baby. I don't know if I could do this with Copilot. I should probably have done this with ChatGPT. In React, a component receives props, short for properties, in a single set of values. These props, whoa. These props are like arguments passed into a function. When you click on something in a component that triggers a function, the function has access to these props because they are part of the component's context. Okay, I get that. Let's say you have a component called button and you pass a prop to it like this. Color equals blue. Inside the button component, you have access to the prop using props.color. So when you click on the button, it triggers a function inside the button component. That function can use props.color to know that the color is blue. Okay, so that answered it right there. So when you click on the button, it triggers a function inside of the button component. See, that's what I needed to understand. So there is something going on in the inside that returns that specific, I guess you can call it component, or that specific component's props. Woo, that's confusing. I mean, I get it. That's fine, as long as I get it. If you compare it to vanilla, you could compare it with adding an event listener to each. Yeah, that's kind of how my brain was thinking. So, cool. At least we got the carousel working. I just wanted to learn a little bit about what works behind the scenes with it. Cool. All right, since the product carousel is completo, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. And I am back. Even a professional be right back slide. True streamer. True streamer, huh? I was on this screen that you see here, just speaker view, the entire first 5 minutes of the stream where I was showcasing exactly what code adventures are. True streamer. Go back to coding cam before I do it again. Yeah, I don't know if you can rewatch the stream already, but it's funny. I think I re-explained Code Adventures after. I hope I did. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I'll cut it out if not. I'm so dumb. All right. I'm going to work on this bottom section next. What do you guys think we should call this component? Is there any like official terms for it? Infotainer, maybe? That's what we called it at my old job. Infotainers. Tabs? Makes sense. We called it Infotainer at my old job because I named it Infotainer and everyone liked it. I don't even think it exists. All right, we're going to call this Infotainer. I actually think I installed Flowbyte in case I needed it. And I believe they have tabs. They do. Cool, cool, cool. Why can't I click any of these? Tabs with underline. I like the tabs with underline. Let's go with that. They do not have infotainers. That's a Dustin exclusive right there. I'm going to call this folder Infotainer. And we're going to say Infotainer.jsx. And this could be like the entire component. And then we'll have our different ones inside of it. So what do we have? About, questions, and reviews. So let's do about.jsx. We can do questions.jsx, and we can do reviews.jsx. We better start making our own UI collection. I'm down. Anybody want to create our own little library? That'd be fun. We'll make up some wacky names for everything. We'll completely reinvent the wheel. That actually sounds kind of fun, to be honest. I've thought about it too. I actually built one a long time ago. It was very basic. We're not going to talk about how it was built in jQuery or anything though. Poor me. With jQuery. Pros and cons about not having music on the stream. Cons, y'all don't hear anything. It's probably very boring. Pros, I got music blaring in my headset. Good music. Currently, it's The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. J what now? I don't know. jQuery is actually kind of relevant. jQuery 4 just came out. Dude, it just said break me down right when you said that. That's cool. You know what'd be really fun to build? Like, you know how on Spotify and Apple Music, you have like the music playing and then like you have the lyrics come up on screen. It's highlighting the words that are being said. That'd be a fun project to build. Maybe we can do that in the next stream. What are you listening to anyway? Currently 30 Seconds to Mars. The Kill. Next up is some Fit for a King. I listen to some heavy stuff. Helps me get in the zone. I can't have it on stream or we'll get copyright striked again. So you guys don't get to hear anything, sadly. Cool. Hey, so Lee, since you left, we got the carousel working. So now when we click, actually, let's just go over the code real fast if you want to see. Our product carousel loops over each of our images and puts them in here. And as we click on each one of these images down here, we are setting the display image to the clicked image, and then it displays up here because this is set to our display image. Yeah. Took a little bit, but it was fun. So now we're working on, let's close out the code adventure. Now we're working on this section right here, which Brian named Infotainer. What a weird name. Do you like Infotainer? If you do, as a name, I created it, not Brian. But if you think it's weird, Brian created it. But yeah, we're gonna work on this bottoms tabbed section next. I'm gonna use Flowbyte for it because Flowbyte already has this component kind of built for us. I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this code. And we already set up the Infotainer up here. Inside the actual component though, we're gonna set this up for real. So inside of this div, I'm gonna go ahead and paste in all that stuff. And let's see, where do we wanna put it? Close this up. Our product overview has our carousel, and underneath we're gonna have our Infotainer. So let's go ahead and also import it. Oh, it did that for me, cool. Are we here? Sweet. Cool, so we have our tab section already up in here working like a charm, except it's not working like a charm. I think I actually need to import Flowbyte. Is it that easy? Of course not. Let's see. I forget how we have to import Flowbyte, the JavaScript parts of it. I think we installed Flowbyte. I could be wrong. Maybe we didn't. No, yeah, we do. We do have it. It is here. Import Flowbyte. Does that not work? Oh, now it works. And it still won't let me click on anything. Flowbyte's very finicky, and I'm not using the React version of it because that's even more finicky when it comes to the styling and the theming of it. But you have a technical question. If you were building a record management SaaS, what stack would you use? Record management? What sort of records? Medical records? Is it going to be in the web, like website? Web app. Really, whatever stack you're the most comfortable writing in. I would probably use a framework. You'll probably want authentication, so you'd probably want to use something like Firebase to authenticate your users. I don't know. What's everyone else think? I've never built anything like that before. Ooh, these tabs look better. Let's use these tabs. These tabs look kind of cool. Let's update. Do with full. That doesn't do anything. There we go. set a margin top, 5 or 10, space it out a bit. Yeah, I don't know about these tabs. I think the old ones look better. Ooh. There we go. How do I set an active tab? JavaScript behavior. Default tab. On the ID? Do we already have one? Active. Oops. Ooh, yeah. Well, it's a class of active. Oh, it's called default. No. Let's do ID default tab. See if that does anything. And that's on contacts. Yeah, no, it's not doing anything. All right, I'm not super worried about this. Let's change all this blue to gray. There we go. I think that looks good. Let's set the width. Well, we already did. Okay, so this is looking pretty basic, but it looks okay. One leak and you're done. Yeah, that's very scary. Firebase is pretty cool. I might actually be releasing some videos pretty soon on setting up some basic authentication with Firebase. I built a few things recently with it, and it was a lot of fun. It was very easy. It's a really cool little service. All right, let's go ahead and delete all these extra ones we don't need. So we have profile. Copy this down a little bit. And instead of profile, we're gonna have about this item, questions, and reviews. So let's do about this item, questions, reviews. And if we have time, I'll make these like actually pretty dynamic. Or maybe even set up like a form to add a review or something. Loving this live, thanks. Yeah, so Firebase is a Google service. Okay, so we have our tabs. We have about this item, questions, and reviews. I think that should be pretty fine for now. This product purchase overview should be over here on the right. So let's just let's fix that real quick so it's out of our way, since we're actually dealing with the bottom half of our product overview section. That's going to be inside of... Everything looks all the same. Modal, there we go. Let's set this up with a class of flex. And let's see. Why does it push it all the way to the right? Oh, okay. Because of the width of this. I have a max width of 50. We'll deal with it later. It's at least out the way for right now. That's all I wanted to do. That is a pretty cool name. Can you not? Cool. All right, so we're using the Flowbyte tabs component. Hold on. My cat's trying to climb behind my computer. Okay. I think we might just build our own tabs, to be honest. It's so simple. And I don't want to overcomplicate this by using Flowbyte. So let's go back to the infotainer. Let's just go ahead and remove all of this. And we'll set up our own tabs. That way we can write a little bit of our own code here. I do want to see Link. He never makes an appearance on here. He is playful, so he's probably not going to want to stay on me too long. Sweet kitty. All right. Yeah, no music today. We got copyright. We got a copyright strike last time for music, so I'm blaring some good music in my ears. You guys just can't hear anything, sadly. Sorry. All right, so let's get back to this tabs. So we're gonna have a tab header, which is gonna be our navigation, and then we're gonna have our tab content. And I think this will be pretty simple to kind of create ourselves anyway. It'll be fun. I haven't built something like this out in React yet, so this will be fun. All right, so let's set up our tab header. And this is we're gonna make this a component. So let's also import it, import tab header from tab header, and let's go ahead and create it. All right, is it there? There we go. Tab header's right here. And let's also create tab body. Well, yeah, no. Checkpoint, shameless plug. What is checkpoint? Is that a place I can listen to copyright-free music? I don't know. I got burned. The music that I had playing was copyright-free music. And when we hit 4 hours and 2 minutes on the stream, the song that started at that point, that song was copyright. So we got flagged for that one song. Checkpoint is a band. I'm gonna have to listen to them. Are they any good? Are they your band? Is it your band? I heard other streams play music. Yeah, you can play music. You just have to pay for it. And we're not set up with any third-party service yet for it, but we might as well if we're going to keep streaming. I'm definitely going to give Checkpoint a listen. It better be good. I'm going to judge hard, Travis. But not too hard, since you actually use descriptions in your GitHub repos. You got that going for you. So I won't be too hard on you. Okay, so let's worry about the tab headers first. So what do we want in the tab header? We're gonna have our about this item, questions, and reviews. So tab header should be a UL that lists out our tabs, right? So I'll create components for tabs. So we import tabs from tabs, and let's go ahead and create tabs so it doesn't yell at me because I'm tired of getting yelled at. Got our tabs here. So inside of tab header, let's just create an object, const tabs equals. Yeah, let's create an array. We can say about this item, if I can type. All right, and then we're gonna do questions. And then we're gonna do reviews. And these will be the titles for our header. And every time we want to create a new tab, we're going to give it a title. But we're gonna have to loop through our array. So let's do tabs.map, tab index, and we can say we want to, I'm not gonna forget this time, we're gonna do return. So we're not sitting here wondering why my stuff's not rendering. Yeah, I'm a musician. I play just about everything, honestly. I mostly play the drums. I do play a little guitar and piano too. All right, solely Travis. We're gonna have a band. We're gonna call us. We're gonna call ourselves the Infotainers. Oh, you can't tell me that's not a good name. All right, so tabs. What do we call it? Title, and title is gonna be equal to tab. We're gonna give it a key. Key is gonna be our index. Sweet. So this should work. There we go. Except it's rendering tabs 3 times. Why does it do? Oh, yeah, we have to pass in the props. So we'll pass in props. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong component. Tab header, tabs. We're gonna pass in props, and in here it's gonna say props.title. And now, sweet, now we got about this item, questions and reviews. Our tabs are set up. Brian can sing? No, it's happening. Brian's definitely gonna be singing. Celine Dion covers only. Okay, but can we make it metal? Celine Dion, but metal. I'm so down for this. You guys need to come on the podcast. It'll be fun. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. I think a lot of people enjoy hearing us talk about stupid stuff like this. So you can just growl. That's perfect. That's my favorite kind of music too. All right, so let's set up these tabs, make them look a little bit more tabby. How does it look in the mock? Oh, it's just, no, we're gonna make it look a little bit better than the mock-up. All right, so let's grab each tab and let's style it up. Do class name. Actually, we're gonna need to put these into a container. Well, the UL is the container, so we'll do class name. We can say flex. It'll pop them side by side. We'll do a gap of like maybe 2. No, maybe 5. Maybe 6. I don't think 6 works. Oh, 6 does work. Cool. All right, we're gonna set up some state to get the active tab. I think that'll work good for the tab header component. So let's do const active tab, and the setter function will be set active tab equals use state. I guess we'll initially just set it to tabs, the first tab index, right? We'll want it always set up to the about. So let's import use state so it stops yelling at me. Oh, equal from React. Oh, I can't have this up here. It needs to be inside of our function, our component. Adios, Brian. All right, so let's figure out how we can set up our active tab, and we'll add some styles to let us know that we're on the active tab. It looks like it's just bold. I think that should be fine. I don't want to make this look super crazy. I'm not trying to spend all day on this. We've already been streaming for 2 hours, 2 hours and 11 minutes. So let's figure out this. So the tab itself, we're going to want to pass in some of these props. So active tab will equal active tab, and then set active tab will equal set active tab. So now I can pass these in as props into our tab component, our tabs, I should say. So on click, we want to set our active tab. So we'll grab it from props. We'll say props.set active tab. And what do we want to set it to? Well, we're also going to need our tabs array, right? So we need to pass that into. So we'll say tabs equals tabs. We'll pop back into our tabs component and we'll say tabs. And what did we learn earlier? We have access to, well, when you do props.tabs, we have access to the current index. So I need to set that up in props as well. So what we'll do is we'll say index equals index. So we're already passing it in the map function. So we'll come right up here and we'll say we want to access tabs at what index? Props.index, right? Why is it yelling at me? Oh, because it's just missing in props validation. That should be fine. All right, so this will work. We can probably see that in the dev console, but we need to figure out how to render the class names correctly. 10 more hours to go. This will not take 10 hours to build. If it takes 10 hours to build, then I need to go back and study. It is 2:05 p.m. here. I will stop streaming at the latest at 6 p.m. But as always, if I can't finish this, we will. I'll stream again tomorrow or something. But I should be able to finish this by 6. We're doing the hardest part of this build right now, which is this stuff. Everything else could be very, very straightforward and simple. And honestly, everything we've done so far is pretty simple. I just need a little bit more experience to be a little quicker with it. All right. So let's go here. Let's look at our state. Let's go to table header. All right, so state is about this item. We click it and it changes our state to questions. So we are setting our active tab by clicking it, which is great, but now we need to figure out how to render a specific class name based off of that. So what I think we'll do, I'm thinking, when I'm quiet, I'm thinking. Let's see. Oh, in case you can't see that, as we click, changes our state. So one thing we can do, we could add some class names to these tabs. Let's do it after the, we'll do class name equals cursor pointer. Thinking cap on. All right, cool. So now these got these little clickies. Cool. I think all I want to do is just have an active class, or really just bolden the text. So like when it's active, it'll have this text bold class from CSS. Or is that right? Is it text bold? It's not. What is it? Font bold, I think. There we go, font bold. But I only want it on the active class. What's a good way to... There's a few ways to do it. I want to do it an easy way. Here's the thing. If we add active right here, active doesn't do anything because we're using Tailwind classes, but font bold will bold in the font. But this one tab is creating each of these. It's looping through an array. So whatever I add to this will add to all of them. And I want to add this specifically to just the active tab. We do have access to the active tab in state, but all that is rendering I lied. This might be the harder part versus the carousel. I don't think this is the best way to do it, but we're going to do this anyway. Instead of an array of names, we're going to have objects. Because objects holds way more info, and I think this will be a little bit easier on me to do it this way. I don't want global object. Okay, space. We'll say tab name equals that. Actually, let's go ahead and just delete all these, and we'll just copy this down a few. Ternary, check if tab is active, then apply desired styles. Well, I don't know how to get to tell if that current tab is active. Because if we take a look, we're setting active. We're just setting active from the index of the. It's hard to explain. Let's go back and look. So our table header, it's returning this tabs component. Inside of the tabs component, we have each tab. Okay. Now each tab will get its own index. And the active tab, so we're handling it in state. So if we go to the components and I click on tab header, when I click on one of these, it changes the state from the initial one of about this item to questions. We can go back to about this item and then reviews, but I don't know how to. Yeah. Trying to think. Active tab equals tab. I'm assuming this tab variable has something to do with what we talked about earlier, where we have access to, I guess, all the props. I was gonna just have like a property set into up here, but that's overkill. That's a lot of work. Active tab equals props.title, and then what would I do with active tab? Yeah, each of the instances have their own title prop. Correct. If that title prop matches the active tab string, it's the active one. I follow, but I don't follow. Ooh, that's hard to wrap my brain around, I swear. Active tab equals props.title. Add active classes. Okay. So let's we could say font bold. I mean, theoretically that should work or break my application. Active tab is not defined. Oh, I gotta write props.active tab, huh? They all have the font bold class right now, so let's delete that. Oh, look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Sweet. That makes sense. Again, I got to get a little bit more experience with understanding all the data that's passed through each component. I know it has access to everything. It still blows my mind how it knows based off the click event. That's crazy. I like this. I don't like this though. So let's make these tabs look like actual tabs. So we want each of these to have cursor pointer. Yes. Let's do some padding. Do padding of like 3. Okay, we'll do BG gray 200 just to kind of see what these look like. Okay, so I'm not liking the spacings here. And that's basically coming from this gap 6. So let's remove that. Our padding is handling some of that spacing for us now. Hey, Brohald, how do you, I just want to do top left and right border radiuses. I forget how you do that in Tailwind. With Tailwind, the solution might cause issues though, as the CSS is compiled at build time, so that class may not be available if it's not being used at build time. That makes sense. Oh, wow. And I've never... Oh. Why did it tell me that? Oh, well. This is local for now, so I think it'll be fine. We can refactor later. There's going to be a lot of cleanup later. For sure. Let's do a PX of... No, we'll do a PX of like 5. We'll do PX... We'll do PY of 3. Give it a little bit more space. Actually, you know what? What if we gave them a full-on width? Like a width of full. Well, we'll have to add some more padding. We'll do padding of like 5 on each of these. And we could do text center. Space it out a little bit. I like that. I like that. Rounded TLG. Okay. So let's do rounded TLG. Nice, nice, nice. Love that. So we're going to take this background color off. But we're going to apply that background color whenever we have an active tab. There we go. Like this. I'm not liking the spacing on top though, so let's update that a bit. Inside the infotainer, we're going to take our margin top, lower it a little bit. Or maybe a little bit more spacing. Cool. I like that. You can use Tailwind merge and XLSX packages to create a utility for conditional classes in Tailwind though. Oh, you're gonna have to show me how to do that. Now that I understand that I'll have some build time errors, I'm probably gonna wanna find a fix. Oh, wait, hold up. It was Travis with the Tailwind class. Save, there you go. Thanks. So I'm trying to think, in a separate component, how can we use this index for these tabs to render the respective tab body? And I think that's gonna be pretty easy. I might have to put some of this state into infotainer and then pass it down. Will that break anything? Let's see. I'm going to paste that in. We're also going to paste in our tabs here. And then I'm going to pass in active tab equals active tab, and then set active tab equals set active tab. Save that, and then we're going to run props.tab. We're also going to have to pass that. So we'll say tabs equals tabs, and we'll do props dot tabs. We have to pass in props. We're mapping over it, and then tabs equals props dot tabs, props dot active tab, props dot active tab. Oh no, it's still not rendering anything. Let's see what errors we're getting. Maybe change state to hold index number instead of the entire string. Then you could use that same index for the text. That makes a lot of sense. Use state is not defined. Yeah, I know. All right, cool. So everything works. Now we have our state handled inside of the infotainer component. So maybe change state to hold the index number. That's a very good idea. But wait, there's a reason I'm doing it this way though, I think. Because if I just return the number, yeah, this stops working. But I could just do props.tabs and then props.active tab here, and it should fix it. Yeah, okay. And now we're actually returning the index, which means it'll be a lot easier to grab the respective tab body. Good looking out, Brohald. I like that. You're making me think. Happy rock. Hey, at least I know exactly what Slack emojis you're using. Yeah, I wish we could put those in here. That would be very nice. Still blows my mind. I didn't even know how to write any React whatsoever like a month ago. Just gotta practice. You literally just have to practice. That's it. Let's do a duration, 200. Have a little bit of an animation there. I like that. I wish you guys could hear my music. I'm about to start moshing in here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that on stream. I'll wait till we're on a break and you can't see me. Okay. So now let's work on these tab bodies. Did we create the component yet? I don't think we did. Infotainer, tab. No, we didn't. Tab body.jsx. Tab body. Have our tab header here. Let's render the tab body. Import tab body from tab body. Rick Astley. It's always Rick Astley. Let's do class name, add some padding in here. I think that looks good. Margin top, not too much, maybe 3. Cool. Okay, so let's figure out this whole tab body situation. We're gonna go back into the parent, which is just the tabs. No. You know what? We're gonna make this a little bit bigger for me. At the Crossroads. Second shameless plug. Is that another band of yours? Fast, heavy nonsense. That's what I like. It's got some blast beats in there. I'm jamming Cellar Door by Spirit Box right now. I spelled that wrong. Anyway, Cellar Door. You should go look it up. It's a good song. Okay. So let's say active tab body, and we're going to set the active tab body equals use state, and we're going to basically set this up pretty much like we did our tabs. We'll do tab body at the first index, and we're going to go ahead and create that. Honestly, we probably should have just put this into an object. Do I want to refactor? Dude, Spirit Box definitely blew up over the last year. I think it was their Hysteria EP, or I think Hysteria might have just been a song, but whatever that little thing was, that plus their newest stuff. Oh, they're so good. Courtney's such a good screamer. Yeah, we're gonna do const info equals, and we're gonna do objects here. An object, I'm sorry, we're still gonna do an array. It's gonna be an array of objects. So the first one is title. We're gonna have to refactor a good bit of stuff to get this to work, but it's fine. About this item, and we're gonna have body. We're gonna leave it empty for now. Let's copy this down 3 times. Change this one to questions. And then we're gonna change this one to reviews. And I'm just gonna put, this is about the item. This is questions. Questions about the item. Then down here we'll put, these are the reviews. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this. It's probably gonna break everything. Put dash fine. And we're gonna update some of this state. Remove this. Set active. We're gonna leave these names here because it still makes sense. But we're gonna change tabs to info. Honestly, let's just keep this name tabs. It doesn't matter to me because it's tabs title and then the tabs body, so that's fine. All right. So where do we need to fix things? The tab header for sure. We're still looping over this. The issue is we're going to need to access the title properties. So the active tab is props.activeTab. Oh, this is the state. That's fine. And then this is the setter state. That's fine. Yeah, you see here the tab title needs to be tab.title. Tabs is props.tabs. That's fine. And then index. That's fine. So hit save. That should be everything. Yeah, cool. So we got this working, except now the tab stuff's not working. So we can figure that out pretty easily. So props.tabs, props.activeTab. That's still fine. Props.title. What is props.title? Props.title equals tab.title. That's fine. So where's my issue? Let's see. Is there anything in the console? I know we updated a few things. There's nothing in the console. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So props.setActiveTitle, props.index. That's fine. So if props.tabs, which is our array, Oh, no, we still are activating the right thing. We're still getting the right index of our array with the props.active tab, because this returns the index, basically. If that equals props.title. Now, what is props.title? Props.title is tab.title. Tab is our iterator, and this was just tab. Now so it is getting us the right title. Dang, no, I actually don't know what broke. It's definitely just figuring out the active title, because it still has all the rest of the styles. So this is running props.active tab. Are we setting the active tab correctly? I bet we're not. I bet that might be the issue. So on click, we're doing props.setActiveTab, props.index. Okay. Index is coming from the iterator. So that's also still fine. So when this first loads, this is 0. So props.tabs is our array at the first index. If that is equal to props.title. See, this is the issue. So we just need to write .title right here. Right? Wrong. Oh, you know what? .title goes right here. There we go. All right, cool. So we refactored it. We fixed it. Everything's set up in an object now. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now that that is set up in our object, let's go ahead and this should be very easy to render the correct tab body now. So is our tab body, yeah, we're gonna need to pass in some props for sure. Let's figure this out. So we have access to the current tab. So inside of our tab body, we want to render the right should we set this up in a different in their own components? We probably should. Yeah, we probably should. So tab body component should render. What should it render? What should we call it? I swear coming up with names is like the hardest part. You think you're descriptive until like you do some other stuff and you come back and it's like, what does that mean? I like body text. Content. All right, easiest way to figure this out. You ready? What to do equals body text content const what I'm doing equals bontent. Yeah, that's super undescriptive there. Adios soli. Eat something for me, I'm starving. We're gonna do what to do math.floor math.random, and we're gonna multiply it by what to do.length, and then we're gonna console.log what I'm doing. All right, what are we gonna use? All right, we're using body text. Sorry, Travis. Oh no, that was Travis's. Sorry, Brohald. We're having Wendy's. Oh my god, I want some Wendy's. That sounds good. Give me a double baconator. I'd kill it. All right, so we're gonna use body text. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh no, I messed something up. What is it screaming at me? Undefined of reading title. Why am I all of a sudden getting a error? Where art thou? Oh, are there no Wendy's out in the Netherlands? That sucks. I don't eat Wendy's very often at all, but I do enjoy it here and there. All right, I'm all of a sudden getting a random error, and I wasn't earlier. So, cannot read property of an undefined of reading title, and it's in tabs. I bet you it's the props.title. Dude, this was seriously just working. Why all of a sudden did it just stop? Okay, so it's this title. That makes no sense to me. So we have our tabs, title. Okay, so let's go through it. Let's walk through it. Props.tabs, this is our array of objects, and we're getting the currently active tab. So initially set to the first item. The first item is an object. We're grabbing the .title property, and if that equals props.title, so what's props.title? So this is tabs. We're gonna go back to our tab header, where we're rendering tabs. Title, or index, I should say. What is it? No, props.title. So props.title is coming from tab.title. Tab is our iterator. Yeah, I don't see why this is all of a sudden giving me some errors. Tab header. Is it supposed to be tab.title being passed or props.tab? What do you mean? Tab header, is it supposed to be tab.title being passed? Or props.tab? Are you talking about in the tabs right here? On line 10? Tabs.props.tab.props? You're confusing me. I'm more confused because this was working and all of a sudden it just stopped. I didn't even change any code. Yeah, we're all confused. I have not used AI yet, and I was hoping to not have to use AI for this at all. It's definitely this title that's giving me the issue, because without it, it works. So let me figure this out. Props.tabs is our array of objects. We're initially grabbing the first one, which is what our active tab is. So this is basically returning 0 at first. So this is giving us our first object of our array, and we want to access the title property. Yeah. It's not returning 0. Yeah, it is. Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right, because we're initially setting the state. to tabs 0. Ah, that's smart, which is returning. Yeah, we just need to set this to 0. There we go. How did this work earlier though without me changing that? That's so weird. Yeah, so this should work now. Cool, it works. That's weird. Travis, you saw me earlier fix this and it just worked and I never changed this, and then all of a sudden it just threw an error. That's so weird. Yeah, I synced it. I know you synced it. I synced it too. That's so odd. Oh well, cool, it works. All right, so now we should finally start working on the body, which should be super straightforward now that everything's like organized into its own object. Right, so what we can do, let's create the body. All right, so this is just going to be its own thing. And what did we say we're going to call this? We're going to use body tag for this. I mean, body text. So we'll do body text.jsx. RAFCE, body text. It's going to obviously take in some props. Okay. Tab body is going to take in, what's it going to take in? What is it going to take in? We're going to take in the active tab. Active tab is equal to active tab. Save that. Now in the body text, we're going to, let's in here, let's just do super simple. Break this off. We're going to do props.activeTab dot, what do we call it? Body? Yeah, body. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh wait, props.activeTab is going to return. What is that returning? So if we're returning the active tab, which is set to 0. So what we need to do is actually just render our array. So the array is tabs. We're gonna have to pass that. So tabs equals tabs. Save that. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna say props.tabs and then props.activeTab, which I thought would work and it didn't. Wait, are they still empty? No, they're not. This should work. Oh wait, no. Active tab dot body. Oh, I thought that would work. All right, so let's see. We're accessing our array, and then we're getting the right index of that array. Dot body. Yep, I'm not seeing why this isn't working now, to be honest. All right, tab body. We're passing in tabs, and we're passing in the active tab. So this holds our array of objects. This currently holds 0. It's in state. I synced it. It's in state. So the tab body component gets the props. We're returning nothing right now, currently. Let's change that. Whoa. All right. We're going to return props.tabs, which is our array of objects. All right. And what index of that do we want? We want our props.activeTab. Now we have access to the very first item in our array of objects, dot body. Oh my God, now it works. What did I do wrong earlier? It's probably a misspelling error, but here we go. This is about this item. This is the question about the item. This are the reviews. Sweet, so we got our tabs finally working. That took way longer than it should have, to be honest. Let's see if the starter files have some mock-ups. I mean, some data for us. What's in this README? There we go. Wait, extra channel. No, this doesn't have anything. Xcode. I don't want to install Xcode. Why can't I? Ooh, Vision Pro. Sorry, shiny object syndrome. All right, let's let's just write our own stuff. Can we do lorem ipsum in here? Probably not. Let's just go to lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum. Let's generate. We'll do like 5 paragraphs. All right, so we'll change this under the. Let's go back to our array. So under the title, which is about this item, we'll paste in all of that. We're gonna paste in a whole bunch of other stuff for. Yeah, but can you do that inside of JSX? I've never tried it. Let's try it. Lorem 15. Oh, okay, cool. It does actually work in here. I didn't know it worked inside JSX. Sorry, stop yelling at me. Jeez. Do lorem 15. That's fine. And realistically, this wouldn't be just a string. We'll probably set up, you know, maybe in another stream, or if we have enough time later, I can set up like a form where we can create like some state that holds questions, and we can like add our own questions in there. Now you're yelling. All right. How much lorem do we want to enter for reviews? Lorem 100. Ooh, that's a lot. Put these back in quotes. Okay, so we should see some different stuff in here based on what we click. Awesome, 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 awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Boom. Great. Okay, so we have our entire left side finito. I do like that this is scrollable, because if we were to double this under the reviews, I bet you it would cause some issues. Yeah, look at those. That's what I call issues right there. So what we can do, class name overflow scroll. Yeah, that works. So now let's set a height. Height. We'll have to like do a fixed height. And I don't like doing that kind of stuff. Let's do it anyway. That didn't work, did it? Wait, why is this not working? Height 200 pixels. Overflow is set to scroll. We have lots and lots of overflow here. Let's go to them dev tools. Let's see. Why? That's interesting. Why are my class names not even here? Happy dance. I'm confused why my class names aren't working in here. What's the console looking like? That's looking fine. Very weird little bug here. Actually, no, I'm seeing a P5 in it, top 3. So this is telling me that it's actually getting, oh, this is body text. This is just popping on in here. Oh, we're not even using body text. This is coming directly into the body tab body, which is fine. We don't need to make components for it. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. It's fine. There's nothing in the console. It looks like we weren't even using the the other component that we made. It's fine. So these are the classes. So what we can do is we can do an overflow of scroll, and we're gonna give it a fixed height of like, let's do 300 pixels. And I hate doing fixed heights. We'll fix this up later. We'll make it to where it comes all the way down to the bottom of here. We'll do some calculations to figure out how tall this is. I ran a whole random function just to choose it, and I didn't even use it. Well, I don't need to be fair. It's not like we're creating all of those components and then conditionally rendering them. Since I put everything into the object, it was a little bit easier to just deal with it that way. Leave me alone. This is about half, right? Nah, we'll just do like 350 pixels, call it a day. We'll come back to this. There we go. And we're gonna change overflow to overflow Y. Was like, we who? It's fine. It's fine. All right. We're complete though with the product overview. So let's commit those changes. Product overview complete though. Product carousel works as intended. We have the tab section rendering its respective tab body content. Sweet, let's commit those. All right, let's start working on the product purchase overview now, finally. Build all the things. Hey, if you want to go to my GitHub repo for what we did last stream, what was it? GitHub profiles. Look at my commit message. All the things. I forgot we did that. Make it bigger. Move it out the way so you can see. I forgot we did that. The commit messages last week were atrocious, but it's fine. I think we actually only did an initial commit and then a commit when we were finished. I didn't do it correctly. Okay, so let's work on this section here. This should be pretty fun and pretty easy, especially compared to what we just did. Let's move this on over. Cool. Let me make sure it's all within frame, and it is. Cool. Best practice. Oh, man. Okay. Let's close out of everything because I'm overwhelmed. Let's just start fresh. Do you guys ever get overwhelmed with your editors? Like all the stuff that you have open, you just close everything and just start fresh when you do like a new feature? I do. Let's make this a little bit smaller. I want to, well, let's make this wider actually. Yeah, I get so overwhelmed so easily. Okay. This is coming out great, guys. Looks pretty cool. I think it's basically one for one with this, except our tab section is a little bit nicer, in my opinion. It's easier to click versus these little bitty tiny little things here. So, and there's no one to blame but me. I made this mock-up. CMD plus W. Oh boy. I always learn so much with you. I don't have command. I forget what command is on my machine. I mean on my keyboard. Let's open up a few things and see. We'll open up that. Open up a couple of components. All right, Command W, Command W. Oh, look at that. I always try to close things as soon as I switch to another file. I'm like that too, but whenever I get trying to figure out a bug, I like forget to do that, and I'll just open up everything till I figure out the bug, and the next thing I know, I've got like 20,000 pages open. Cool, Command W. Look at that. How do you copy / paste then? What do you mean? I press Command O, Command C, Command S. That makes sense that would be Command W. I mean, I don't call it command. I don't call it anything in my brain. I just look at it. I just know what it does. WebStorm has a setting where you can let it close tabs at a certain... That's handy. That's a super handy feature. Hey, did you guys know that if you're using VS Code, you can now do this? Take a look. All right, I'm about to blow your minds if you didn't know you could do this. Let's say I'm working on this product carousel component, right? And I really want to look at something else, but I don't want to open it up in another tab, like to the right. I don't want to do this. Like, see how mumbo jumbled this is? You can actually let's go back and open it up to the right again. I'll show you. You can take this and you can pop this completely out, and now I have my own window. And I do believe that you can make the size of the one window whatever size you want, regardless of what's the size in this window. So you could have like your own little window here with certain things if you want. You could even load another project in that. It's really, really neat. It just came out like a couple weeks ago, I think, or maybe like a month ago. I think it's awesome, but I haven't really used it yet. I always forget it's there. With the terminal window, no way. How do I get this thing out of here? Because I can't stand it right here. Yeah, I don't know how to take it out. I don't know. I just visually like this terminal. I use this terminal over everything. Like, even if I'm doing something outside of my editor, I will still open up VS Code to use the terminal most of the time. Yeah, someone show me how to pop this thing out, because I would love to not have my terminal stuck inside of the actual editor itself. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? So we're gonna work on the product purchase overview page now. So let's do what we always do. Add a class name and see what the container looks like. BG red 500, old tomato red like Gil likes. We'll do it with a full, and that does nothing. So let's take a look at the parent. The parent is our modal, right? Do self stretch. That work? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Item stretch. That also didn't do what I wanted. Let's figure this out. Product purchase overview. Product purchase overview. Why is the width full not working on this? I would like to know, to be honest. Yeah, so it has a width full, width of 100%. What if I did 50? No, it still doesn't do anything. Okay, so it's this. This is taking up a lot of space when it shouldn't. Let's actually look at it. See, this width 50 should be on this, not this. So let's go and fix that. Is it a max width that we saw? Yes, it sure was. All right, we're gonna remove this. Max width 50. And we're gonna put that on the, let's go back to modal. No, I'm sorry. Let's go back to product overview. Then we do class name. There we go. Got it, got it, got it. But now this is all messed up. Lovely. I think we just need to set that to a width of 100%, to be honest. And what is that? That is the infotainer. Let's go to our infotainer. Yeah, set that to 100. There we go. I think we're gonna want some gap here though, for sure. Go back to modal, rendering this. We are using flex. Let's do a gap of 2. Should be fine because we'll also have some padding in here. And we're also going to change our tab body. All right, so let's set this to like a percentage. I'm gonna do like 40%. That's way too much. 20%, 10%. Percentages are not working. Let's do 200 pixels. Like I said, we're gonna have to. Yeah, so that's a class name. It's gonna say width and whatever's in those brackets. It's gonna hard code. So it's basically saying it's giving a class name that has the style properties of width 90%. Anything that you put in brackets in Tailwind is like a literal. You can put whatever you want, as far as I know, anyway. All right, that looks sweet. All right, let's do our Command W. All right. Okay. What are we in? We're in the product overview component. I'm gonna take this gray background. We do want some color though, so let's do BG gray. Let's do like 500. Is that too dark? Oh, that's way too dark. And actually, we need this whole side colored, right? That'll be fun to figure out. I should have did that beforehand. Not a big deal. We're doing. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We're setting the padding on this entire modal, and that's easy. Let's just not do that. I lied, we're not doing that. Oh yeah, we are, right here. Padding 10, let's remove that. There we go. Now we're gonna set the padding on the components itself. So we can say P, let's do P5. I don't think we need P10. I lied, let's do P10. Sweet, that looks pretty cool. That is actually too much. I think the top is fine, so let's do PX10. And then we'll do PY like 5. So we can do PY 5. Is that right? Yeah, PY 5. Or I'm backwards. Let's do 10 and 5 this way. There we go. I don't like it. Let's just keep it the same. We'll do P10. And now this side here, we're also going to need to do an overflow of hidden so that we can get our rounded border up here. Since the container itself is not rounded, the overflow is kind of going out of it. Let's see. So what I would need to do is on the modal, we're going to give it an overflow of hidden, I believe. I lied. Would it be on this? Yeah, it should be on this then, right? There we go. So now we got our rounded borders again. And now we're going to add the padding directly to the overflow. I mean the product purchase overview. So we can do padding of 10. There we go. Now we have our background the way that we need to in the mockup. And let's make this a little lighter though. Not that light. Not that light. That's too light. Let's change it up. Let's do zinc. 300. Sorry, 400. Dang, these are so dark. Maybe I can use like my own color. Yeah, let's use my own color. We'll do, sorry, EEE. That didn't work at all. Oh, yeah, I gotta change this. There we go. I like this. This looks great. So now that we have this, let's figure out, this stuff is gonna be very easy. We're just gonna hard code all of this. This is gonna be very straightforward and probably shouldn't take very long at all. I've said that about everything so far. At least this is, like I said, this is static. This is gonna be super simple. And I see that there's a reviews thing here, and I wanna say Flowbyte comes with some of that. Let's check it out. What is it called? Rating? Yeah, look at that. Got some stars going right here. Ooh, this is a nice component. Maybe we could put these in the review. Ooh. I got some cool ideas if we finish the stream early. Got some cool ideas. We'll see. All right, I don't see the need for really making components out of any of these things, especially since they're static. So we're gonna put everything inside the product purchased overview. What am I munching on? Pretzel nuggets. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of a big glare. Just peanut butter pretzels. It's my favorite snack while I code. I haven't had it in a while. So I went grab some this morning. Okay. I'm not gonna let's just call this smartwatch. Okay. So what we'll do in here is we're gonna have our product title, right? We're also gonna have our product rating. We're gonna have our product description. I think that's a good one. And then our similar items section. And then at the very, very bottom, we're gonna have our CTAs. I think this will be pretty fun. Yes, it's not messy. You don't get any oil on your fingers like you do with like Cheetos and stuff like that. So it's a good coding snack for real. I love it. Okay, so the product title. We're just gonna have a P tag here. We're gonna say Zyglon. I don't know where Brian came up with this. Holographic smartwatch. Navigate with a 3D interactive cityscape with biometric tracking and experience seamless connectivity with a powerful quantum processing unit. We should get sponsored. We should get sponsored for whoever does actually own this product. All right, cool. So we have that here. We're gonna style everything up later. Let's just get everything into the UI. That's what we're gonna do. Get this in there so that you guys can see it. The chat's gonna cover it up a little bit. Let's I can actually turn the chat off. Well, no, let's leave the chat. I'll put the chat back on. I'll throw the chat over here. You guys don't need to see what's in my project files. That should work. Let's see. Test. Yeah, that should be fine. We should be good with that. Which means I'll pop back down here. Cool. Okay, so product rating, we're going to paste in what we grabbed from Flowbyte. Hit save. And just like that, we have our product rating. I love Flowbyte. We do have a couple of things with it though. It looks like we have 4.7 and then 14 reviews. That should be pretty simple. So let's take a look at what we got from Flowbyte. Okay, we got one thing that holds all of our stars. So what we'll do is we'll say div class name equals flex, and we'll do a gap of like 3. And the first thing we can have in here, it'll say like 4.7, which this should honestly be a span. And then after these stars, we'll have another span that just says 14 reviews. Actually, I'm gonna put 5 here because we have all 5 stars lit up. And there we go, we got that. And I'll just do a little bit of margin. I'm gonna do margin top of like 3. Margin top, there we go. I'll go ahead and just style this now since it's pretty basic. Text XL, is that what it is? Yeah. Let's do like a 5XL. Whoa, way too big. 3XL is good. There we go. All right, this section should be pretty easy. It's an image and then some text and then some more text underneath. Cool. All right, so we got our product title, which is completo. We have our product rating, which is completo. Now we have the product description. Let's put this in an empty div for now. And we'll say image. And we'll always just navigate to our very first image. So we're gonna need access to that. So let's pass it in. We'll say props. And this is our product purchase overview. So we do get access to that from here. Oh, which would mean we would need to, you know what? It's just one image. Let's just like pop it in there. We can just say, oh, wrong. And take the props out. Let's just import it directly. Let's say import. Well, we already have this actually, so let's go grab it. In product overview, no. Infotainer, no. Product carousel, yes. All right, so let's just grab this very first image. No, just grab it. Let's close out of everything because I'm getting overwhelmed again. I get overwhelmed so easily. Okay, go back to our product overview, pop in the image, I'm gonna call it that. Whoa, there we go, copy it. And then for the actual image, we're gonna do the source is equal to that. And now we should have our image. It might be really big though. Oh, that didn't work. We need to update the path. There we go. Yeah, super big. So let's give it a width. We'll lower it out a little bit. We'll do class name equals, and we'll do a width of like 100 pixels maybe. How's that look? Whoa, way too small. I can do 150. I think that's about what we got here, huh? Yeah. And we can do rounded of medium, get those rounded edges. We'll do a margin top. We're not gonna do the margin top on the image. We'll do it on the container. Margin top, we'll do like 5, 10, separate the section out a bit, 15, doesn't exist, 12's good. Lots of letters and stuff. Are you talking about the class names? These class names are Tailwind specific. It's just so much easier to kind of write this instead of having like your own CSS style sheet and then coming in and doing everything separate. I think if you want like full control of how your UI looks, you'll definitely want to write your own styles. And also writing Tailwind classes, I think it's crucial you actually understand CSS first to understand exactly what they're doing. And you know, if you can't do it without CSS, you shouldn't be doing it with Tailwind, in my opinion. True that. I typically like to just have one tab open. Makes things so much easier. But like I said, when I'm debugging or I'm like really in the zone, I'll open up everything, try to find something, and then next thing I know, I have everything open. I don't know if you knew this. It took me a long time to find this out, but you go to this open editors thing up here in the top left. It shows every tab you have open. I only have one right now, but if you hit this X, it just closes everything for you, all in one little button. I use it a lot. Okay. I'm gonna create a group div here because we do have 2 bits of text that we're working with. We're working with the pricing as well as the delivery text. So let's do the pricing. We'll say is, let's also do a span. This isn't a paragraph. Let's be correct here. We'll say $24.95. Copy this down, and we'll say free delivery Friday, December 8th. if you order within 11 hours 9 minutes. This is a paragraph tag, so let's change it. And we will wrap free in a span tag. Span will have a class name of font bold, and we'll put free right back in there. We're also going to do that on the date, so we're going to take this out. We'll write a span tag. Actually, we'll do span with the class of font bold. Paste it in. And that should be it for the text. Sweet. So now let's style it up just a little bit. Yeah, we should update it. I wonder if we should like actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's say const date equals new date. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna add a few days to it. Const date push. Well, no, I don't want to call it date push. Date padding equals 5. So we'll do 5 days out from the current date. Okay. So let's ask AI, how do I format date, which is coming from like new date, to something like we'll do day of week, month, day. Spelled day. I spelled it dat. It should know. So let's see how we can format it. Okay, so we're gonna need an array of our days and our months and format a date. So let's copy that, paste it here. Lots and lots of stuff here. So we basically have an array of days of the week, and we have an array of months, and this returns a certain format, and this formatted date is equal to our days, date.getDay, which returns the day, and then we're getting that day of the week. Date.getMonth returns the month, but it returns it in a number, so we're grabbing that index from the months array, and then date.getDate is just the date. I like that. So now, how do I add 5 days to that? How do I add 5 days to my date before formatting? Okay, so we're setting date. So we're saying date is equal to new date, and then we date.setDate is date.getDate plus 5. Okay, so let's just copy this date thingy. All right, so let's close out these. Why can't I close it down? Date FNS. You have to tell me what that is, because I hate dealing with dates. It sucks. Okay, so we're going to do this, except we're going to change this 5 to our date padding. That way we can dynamically update this whenever we want, even though it's not that serious. And then the formatted date will equal days.getDate ... Oh, we're going to have to put this into its own... Oh, you know what? Let's just set it into our date padding. And then we'll just change date padding to we'll just change it to 5. It's not a big deal. So then we could say formatted date equals our date padding right here. And then date padding right here. And then date padding right here. So if we console.log formatted date, it hopefully should show us 5 days from today. And I messed up something, so it probably won't. Oh, I messed up some markup down here. Something to do with the span tag. Where's it at? Right here. There we go. Does that fix everything? Nope. Date padding.getDay is not a function. Okay, hold on. See, you try to implement one tiny little feature, and then you're on like a whole rabbit goose chase thingy. All right, so let's see. What is it saying again? Date padding.getDay. right, so date padding is date.setDate, date. Okay, so we still need date. Oh no, we do have date. Date's right here. Date.setDate, which is equal to date.getDate plus 5. And then formatted date is taking days. I see what we need to do. We just need to change all this back to date. And then our formatted date is our current date. We need to add that plus 5. So this is so much harder than I wanted it to be. Cool, it works. It's showing me February 20th, Tuesday. And we didn't even need to use date padding. I somehow don't think this is right. Okay, wait, no, we did need to use date padding. I don't understand how we're not even using this date padding variable. Oh, you know what? We don't need to. We're just setting the date. Yeah, so we're already getting the date, then we're setting the date, and then we're just, oh, I'm so dumb. I overcomplicate things. Okay, so now that we have this date the way that we want it, let's change this to that. Such a stupid small thing that we're doing here for no reason at all. There we go. Free delivery, Tuesday, February 20th, if you order within 11 hours and 9 minutes. Are you happy, bro, Hald? GGWP? What's GGWP mean? Good game? Good game? I don't know. Either way, I got it. Are you happy with the shipping date now? It's a weird time in 11 hours, 9 minutes though. Hey, I don't know who's selling me this watch, but that's their rules, okay? They said if I order within 11 hours and 9 minutes, I'll get free delivery for Tuesday. All right? Maybe it's just a promotion they're running. You know what? You're sending me down these rabbit holes that I don't want to go down. Let's just format this stuff. Hey, at least we got an up-to-date date no matter what time you look at this app. Okay? It's a win. It's a win. Okay, so how is it looking in here? Okay, this is to the side. That's to the right. Okay, so where are we rendering the image? Right here. So let's say flex. We'll say gap 2. This should be over to the side now. And then what we can do in the container here is div class name. We'll say flex. We'll say flex call. That should be it, honestly. Yeah, there we go. And then we can up the font size for this. We'll say font LG. Is that it? Or is it text LG? Text LG. So we'll do like 3XL. And we'll say font bold. Need to grab some popcorn. Yeah, me and Rohold, we fight. We fight. Cool, I think that looks pretty good. Now how's this looking over here? Yeah, let's set a max width on this span down here. Actually, this paragraph tag. Class name, we'll set a max width of 200 pixels. Oh, that's so small. 4 is good. Let's also do a gap of like 5 here. Or 6. Can't do 6. Oh yeah, we can. 8. Cool. That's fine. And then we'll set this to like 375. Sweet. I think this looks okay. We can up the font size on this a little bit too. Say text, just XL. Cool. So this looks good. Ships from Amazon, sold by Zyglon, returns, returnable. Oh, we have another date to do. Like it's been 11 hours and 9 minutes so long ago. All right, we're basically done here. Let's just wrap this up. No, we're still up in this section here. Yeah, so let's create another div for it. These will just let's just create a UL, some list items in here for the for these. We'll say ships from Amazon. We'll say ships. Well, let's put this in a span with a font bold. We'll say ships from. Outside of the span, we'll put Amazon. We might need to put a space here. There we go. Let's copy this down. So we're going to reuse this. We're going to say sold by. Yeah, y'all are giving me trouble. Not really. I like it. This has been fun. This is a fun stream. And then the next one, we're going to put returnable until. Oh, should we worry about the date again? Of course we will. We'll put that. We'll figure that out. Why not? Because we're pretty much finished here. Returns. All right, let's make sure this all looks at least decent for right now. Okay, let's up the spacing a bit. This UL can get a class name of margin top. We'll do 5. We should do flex call so we can add a gap of like 3. Need a much bigger gap. Let's do gap 5. Oh, the gap's not working. What's going on? Is the gap working at all? Yeah, gap's not working at all. What we're doing? I don't know. Maybe we can just put a class name on the list items. I'm gonna do margin Y, which is top and bottom. We could do like 5. That's just on the first one though. Oh, you know what? I'm not closing my list items. That's what's going on here. Let's close up these list items. Okay, so now our gap should work. Do like a gap 5. There we go. To do that, would it be a jQuery thing? Hold on, I gotta read up some more. I don't know what you mean. Shouldn't he like making the thing operate like a regular timing thing? What do you mean jQuery? Would I need jQuery for what? I don't think I need jQuery for anything, if I'm being honest. Okay. All right, so now we'll do our similar items to consider. And this is where I probably could have used our images in a global state, which apparently is not the right thing to do. To make the 11 hours and 9 minutes countdown, that would be pretty complex, to be honest. We could get AI to do it, though. Let's see. I have 11 hours and 9 minutes hard-coded. How would I write a function to decrement that timer every second? All right, so we're setting hours to 11, minutes to 9, seconds to 0. Const timer equals set interval. If seconds is less than 0, seconds deprecates by 1. If else, Minutes deprecates if minutes are less than 0, seconds are equal to 59, which restarts that 1 minute timer, and then you subtract minutes, which makes sense. And it basically does the same thing for hours. All right, let's do it. We'll have to set this up in some state though, because we are re-rendering the UI a bit, so let's figure this out. You guys are pushing me to do stuff I don't normally do. I'm here for it though. All right, so don't do it. Oh, it's too late now. It's too late now. We're doing it. We're here. So this should already work in the console. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at our little timer here. It's going down slowly. So let's figure out how we can set this up into some state and render it into this. Should be very simple. Adios, brohald. Yep, and we are down the rabbit hole again. I'll probably catch you in the next stream, Rohald, if you're still here and can hear me, because we're finishing up here pretty soon. That's why we're doing some of these stupid things. But glad you came hang out, dude. It was fun. Except for the parts where you were yelling at me a few times. Brohaldo. I like that. Brohaldo. All right, so let's set this up into some state. Say const. We can do time left, and then we'll set time left equals use state we'll see what we're gonna put in there. I'm very quiet as I'm doing this because I'm not sure if this is going to work. So we're initially setting up our state to be our hours, minutes, and seconds, which are coming from here. So there's no reason that should not work. And this is being set into our time left variable. And when we want to change this to re-render the UI, we're going to have to do it with this setter function here, set timer left, or set time left. And we're going to update that state with this. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to be updating Whew, this might actually be a little bit. All right, we don't need to console.log this anymore, but every second we're going to be updating this state. And then once we reach the end, we're going to clear the interval and it's not going to iterate anymore, which is fine. So honestly, we probably should set all of this up into state, which is fine. Let's just do it. Complicado mucho. Yes, it is. Const seconds, set seconds. We'll do minutes, set minutes. This actually isn't going to be too hard. Hours, and then set hours, and we're going to equal these to our initial state of seconds. Use state. It's going to be set to minutes, and use state. It's going to be set to hours. I'm going to call this hours left, minutes left, seconds left, and then change them here to all right. So now all we need to do is say set seconds, set seconds, set minutes, set minutes, set seconds, and then finally set hours. And then we're gonna need to do some fun stuff here. If this doesn't work on the first try, I'm actually just going to scrap this whole thing because I don't want to go through debugging all of this. Okay. So seconds, we're going to be deprecating it, right? So we're going to say, we could just say seconds minus, right? Yeah. And then minutes minus. I don't think that's actually going to work. Sorry, it's seconds left. And then minutes left. And then set minutes is not defined. Why? Yeah, it is. So I got to spell it right. Set minutes. Okay. Set minutes, set hours. And then set hours will be hours left minus. Okay. This should work. Actually, it won't. Not yet. A couple other things we got to do. So we're updating all of these, but when they're updated, we're not using their values. Yeah, we are. We're using them right here. And we don't need state for this. Truly, we don't need state for any of this. We need use ref because we're not update. Oh, no. All of these would be use ref. This would still be use state. So const time left set time left equals use state. Actually, let's just go back to what we had. I think we're updating too much. Let's at least import state so this stops yelling at me. Oh, all right, so close these off. Okay, so this is our function, our set interval that's updating our state. Truly, this wouldn't even work. Because every time we render the page, it's going to start it back up at 11 hours, 9 minutes. Interesting. So our time left is initially set to hours. 11, what we have in here, hours left. Yeah, so we need to set this to hours left, minutes left, and seconds left, right? So in the UI, where does it show it at? We're gonna do time left here. Oh wait, wrong spot. Returnable until, what do we have here before? What's actually in the UI? Returnable until, nah. We'll come back to this. This is actually going to have to be rendered based off of the current day that we set up earlier. The delivery date, I mean. So where are we popping in? Actually, that's going to be above here. It's going to be in this section, right? No, this is the reviews. It's going to be in this section. Yeah, so within 11 hours, 9 minutes, we're going to change this to time left. And cool, nothing changed, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, there we go. So this is our time left, and we're gonna need this to start counting down. So basically, when we update seconds, well, let's look at our function. So our function updates every second. Every second it updates this, and this is working. We saw this earlier when we console.logged it. So when this updates, we need this to update. So this might be really, really good for use effect. I have not used use effect very much, but the way use effect works is it'll initially it'll initially run your code, and then it'll run that code again when anything that you give it in a dependency array updates. So since some of these things some of these states are updating, like seconds, minutes, and hours, we want to re-render. Well, we want to redo this, right? Yeah, we want to actually set our time left. Okay, I think this will work. That'd be really neat if I got this working. So in our dependency array, we're going to set up our seconds, our minutes, and our hours. And each time those update, which will be every second from our set interval function, what do we want to do? Well, we want to set our time left, right? Set our time left. And what do we want to set it with? We want to set it with that, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I like figuring stuff out like this. Let's actually take the left out because we don't need that. Reason being is because we're initially setting that in our state for our seconds, minutes, and hours. So that has our up-to-date state while this has our initial state. So hours, minutes, and seconds will be updated from this, which means in set time left, we just need to, honestly, render this. It can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. And which means we don't need this. We do. All right, I'm gonna just hit save. Yeah, I figured it breaks everything. Let's figure this out. Let's see, what error are we actually getting? Maybe it can help us figure this out. Oh, I probably have to rerun this too. Okay. So let's take a look at what we're doing and step through every step and see where we messed up. All right, we don't need the formatted date. This is for something totally separate. We can stop console.logging it too. So what we want to look at, let's actually move these down as well. Get everything that we don't need out of the way. Let's close it. Let's close it. Bunches of spaces, because this here is what we're looking at right now. I think it's a little bit smaller. Okay. Hours left is 11. Minutes left is 9. Seconds left, 0. Seconds is initially set to seconds left, which is 0. Let's reorder this. This is going to bother me. Minutes is initially set to minutes left. Hours is initially set to hours left. This state here is saying time left, and that is initially set to what our hours and minutes and seconds are, which is initially set to this. That's perfect. We want to update this when are we calling set time left? Is it really just right here? This could actually render a infinite loop. Oh wait, I'm missing a comma. No way. No way that's all I needed to do. Haha, it works. No, it doesn't. It kind of works. Okay, I also need to remove the formatted, the time left from here. Whoa, look how fast it's going. Yeah, we definitely messed up some stuff. All right, let's remove this time left from there because we don't need it from wherever that's running. Oh, actually, yeah, we do. We need that there. We need time left going from here. This does not make sense to have it there. Okay. What is this bottom part? Returns, returnable until... Oh, okay, I see. Returns, remove this Amazon thing, returnable until, and then that's just gonna be set to our current date, right? Let's just do formatted date for now. That's not gonna be accurate, but we'll come back to it. So returnable until Tuesday, February 20th, free delivery, yeah, okay. So we need to figure this part out. So it's working, but it's not working. And I think I have an issue, I think I have a reason, an understanding of why. Oh, this is the rabbit hole I wish I didn't go down. I could be finished already. Look how fast that time's going. Okay. Look at that. That's funny. That's some funny stuff right there. Rohal's back. Dude, you left me, you sent me down a rabbit hole, dude. I want to get this timer working. Maybe you can help me figure out what I did wrong. Do you want me to go through it? It's very basic. I have a feeling that I'm actually resetting something and I shouldn't be resetting it, and it's calculating on the reset. It wasn't you suggesting it, but you like subliminally suggested it, okay? So look, seconds left is initially set to 0, minutes left is initially set to 9, and hours left is initially set to 11, okay? In state, we are setting the seconds to seconds left, which is initially 0, and we're doing the same for minutes and the same for hours, okay? Now, here, we're setting the time left to hours, minutes, and seconds, which is our state here, which is basically this, okay? And we're calling this set time left inside of our use effect, because I was assuming that whenever seconds, minutes, and hours updates, which it's updating in our intervals here, that when those update, so in the set interval, we are updating the states here too. We're calling set seconds, set minutes, and set hours. So these are updating. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Yeah. We need to change these. I'm willing to bet that this too is another issue. Oh no, I'm stupid. No, we need that. That's our state. Yeah, that's our state. It's because of the state change in your use effect. I know. I mean, we could delete the dependency array. I don't think that's going to do anything good. Yeah, that's not even going to update anymore. Oh, actually, yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it's no longer updating because I don't have anything in the dependency array. Dang, dude. It's like almost midnight there. That's crazy. It's only 3:45 p.m. for me. Oh. You know, full disclosure too. This rabbit hole is annoying, but this is fun stuff. I love figuring this kind of stuff out. Soli's in my future. She is 1 hour in my future. Rohald is like almost a whole nother day into the future. Or past. Travis is way in the past. Travis, isn't it like 1:45 for you? I think you're like 2 hours behind me. Yeah, closer to Monday too. All right, so one thing for sure is that the timer function works. Console.logged it works perfectly fine. So I'm not worried about this whatsoever. It's really just updating the state is what's doing it. This, and this update all at the same time. So if they're all into the dependency array, does it like freak out when it tries to update everything? Or should I not even be using useEffect for this? Yeah, let's comment this out and let's try to use it without useEffect and see if that does anything. So what we'll do is, we'll say set time left to, well, we could just copy this, honestly. I don't think that's gonna work though. It can't be that easy. Yeah, now it froze. That's definitely not the way to go. Now my app broke. Why would I reload it? Yeah, too many re-renders. Why would I reload it without fixing anything? Honestly, me too. I'm too tired for this too. I shouldn't have went down this rabbit hole, but now I'm here and I'm gonna find the rabbit. I'm gonna find the rabbit. All right, so useEffect, when the component mounts, this is gonna run, right? It's basically setting our time, set time left to this, which is our hours, minutes, and seconds. Our hours, minutes, and seconds are coming from here, okay? And they're getting updated every second. I could just ask AI. All right, if I install date FNs, are you gonna walk me through setting this up, or do you not have time? Because I'll do it right now if you'll walk me through it. If it's that easy, I love learning new things. I did say I'd toss it, but I can't let bugs live. Bugs cannot live around me. We gotta kill them. You want to know a surefire way to kill bugs? Use a light theme. Oof, that is bright. Bugs are attracted to light. They're not attracted to the dark, though. Let's go back. I gotta find my theme again. This one. Yeah, no, you're good. I'm actually probably just going to comment this out. I'm going to figure this out off stream because this might take a while. I definitely want to figure out how this works, though. For show. So let's fix that by just removing this time left and setting it to 11 hours, 9 mins. And that should instantly fix our app. Sweet, it does. All right, let's add our CTA buttons and we're gonna call this it. We're gonna call it, and I'll submit the code adventure. Oh wait, we still have our similar items to consider. Yeah, I'll definitely share it in Discord for sure. I'll make like a little one-off video and I'll just throw it into Discord, explaining how to do it, or at least how I fixed it. All right, let's stop doing all this. All right, so we have our product title, we have our product rating, our product description. Let's close that off. Close that off. Close that off. Similar items to consider. So we'll just start this container off. with a paragraph tag, similar items to consider. I believe Laura did a timer in one of the new React courses. Might give some insight. Oh, awesome. I'm going to take a look at that then for sure, because I like figuring things out by myself, but I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out by myself just now. I don't know. I might actually just try to do it by myself. And if I truly cannot get it, I'll take a look at the course. Let's do font bold. All right, and down here we're gonna do a UL, and we're gonna do a LI. And inside the LI, we're gonna do an image, and we're gonna change the source, and we're gonna do this a few times for each image. So let's go grab those images. I'm too lazy to set this up in their own components for something so small, so let's just go grab it. Go to product carousel, we're gonna grab them up here. Let's close off this. I'm gonna import them up here. Let's delete that first one because you already have it. And then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna do, what do we call them? Watch image. Okay, so we're gonna do watch image 1. Copy that, paste, paste, paste. 2, 3, and 4. Now we should have some super big images in here. Oh no, what's wrong? Oh, I gotta update the paths. So this would be, I think, like that. Oh no, they were, I think this one was actually right. There we go. Yeah, so our images are super big. Let's fix that up. And do a class name of, let's do a width of 100. I think that's a good size. And we'll do rounded medium. Why did that not do anything? Did I spell something wrong? Rounded medium? No, it's spelled right. Oh, it needs to be on the, actually all of this should be on the image, not the list item. Let's do class name, paste that in. I'm just gonna go ahead, copy and paste all of this again. Change that to 2, 3, and 4. And for the UL, we'll do a class name, flex. We'll do a gap of like 2. And we'll set these to a little bit bigger, like 110 pixels maybe. I hate having to update so many things. I should have just created some sort of component. But div class name, we can go to margin top of like 5. Oh, we need a bigger margin than that. Maybe it'll need 2 use effects. I don't know. Either I missed too much on break or a cleanup. Ooh, you know what? That cleanup function, I always forget that even exists. You know what? I'll take a look at that. I think that would actually help. Yeah. What is it called? Yeah, I know. Option D. I do that a lot for a while, and then I forget it exists for the longest time. Like right now, I always forget about it. All right. It's so handy. I don't know why I forget about it. All right, so let's do our buttons. Big add to cart and a big save to list button. These should be pretty easy. We'll say add to cart. And then we'll say save to a list. We could say class name. We could say BG gray 200. We'll say padding. Why am I writing out padding? We'll do like padding 3. We'll do a rounded MD. That should be it for that button. I think that would be fine. Man, my HMR is not working. My hot module reload, or whatever you call it, it's not like working very well. I don't even see my buttons. Oh, they're right here. They're so hard to see. Ooh, we're gonna also need to push them to the bottom. I have a good idea of how to do it. Let's go to our parent. We'll set the BG red 500. Okay, yeah, so it is full size already. So what we can do is we can say flex, and that's instantly gonna mess everything up. Watch, there you go. So what we'll do, flex call. And that instantly puts everything back. And then what we'll do right here is we'll throw this into its own container. Paste that in, and then we'll do a div with a class name of margin top auto. Oh no, I thought that would work. Why won't you work? Oh, you know what? I bet the BG doesn't, I bet it doesn't go all the way down anymore. Why is this not reloading? There we go. Yeah, I'm having weird issues with my hot module reloading not working. It's making me think my code isn't accurate, but never mind. We got the buttons all the way at the bottom now. I struggle to remember that shortcut, that little shortcut to holding Option and arrow key. Align, no, just force myself to remember, and Shift Option arrow key to duplicate, align. Yeah, I use that a lot. Like I will always use this to duplicate things. All right, we're gonna say width full. And of course, it's not working. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my browser. All right, let's rerun the server. There we go. All right, so the button looks good. Let's just copy this one and replace the old button, the other button. And this one will say add to cart. Also, this top one, we're just gonna do a margin bottom of like 3 or 2. And then we're gonna change the background color to the add to cart. No, it's gonna be add to cart, not card. I'm gonna change that to a nice yellow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I don't know what's going on that my my HMR is just not working. Like, how many times I gotta refresh for it to like pick up the colors? Let's actually get the right color. Why is it not letting me select? Is it because this is an image? Probably. It's fine. I think this is pretty close. We do need to take this off of this button though and put it up here. How's this look? Ooh, not the right color at all. Okay, cool. Let's add a little bit more padding, and I think we're done here, honestly. Browser Inspector Color Picker. Raycast has a color picker. Okay, now that might be a game changer. How do you have the color? Are you following along, Rohald? Nah, that doesn't look good. Okay, cool. Let me move me out the way. You guys can see the actual button. Oh, yeah, the stream renders the colors very differently. All right, we're done. For the most part, this looks exactly like the mock-up. Let's pop them side by side and compare what looks different. Since we're not using an actual modal for this, I didn't put the little X at the top, which is fine. I think it's fine. I think this looks pretty good. Really, the only main difference is the tabs. I went with a different look for them. I think this looks a little bit better. It's a little better UX. You don't have to click these little bitty thingies. We have our product thing searching. More items to consider. Probably should be different items, but we're using the same images here. Yeah, we have this. The one cool, really dynamic feature of this whole thing is the free delivery. We have it set to 5 days based off the current day. So if we come back tomorrow, this is actually going to say Wednesday, February 21st. So that's pretty cool. One feature I will implement after the stream's over, and I'll do this in Discord if anyone's interested, wants to come check it out. I'll probably do this tomorrow. I'm going to figure out this counter because, yeah, I should be able to understand how to do a counter in React if I'm building React stuff. So we're going to learn how to do that in Discord tomorrow if anyone wants to. Got a BG grade 20 under the returns. What do you mean? Oh, I do. I do. Why is this chilling right there? Why is this right here? That's so weird. All right, we're done. I'm gonna push this up. Oh, you know what? We need a background color. Wait, was that random BG grade 20, which I don't even think is anything, but probably I'm at 200. That's probably supposed to be for this button here. Yeah, it was. Why did that show up where it was? I don't know. Cool. Maybe next stream, I can add some cool stuff like actually adding it to a cart, maybe saving it to an external list. Might be a little involved though, but I think there's like some APIs out there that we can connect to that'll have like its own images, product info, and we could like really hook this up and make this dynamic. But yeah, for the most part, this is done, and it's done in React, so that's pretty neat. So I'm gonna push this up, and then I'm gonna submit this code adventure. Dustin, you did this with no breaks. I took one break. Let's be real. I took one break. Dang, we started at 12 and it's 4. It's a 4-hour stream. Last week's stream was 5 hours. 5 hours, 15 minutes. That was pretty fun. We rebuilt the GitHub profiles page. It's like if you go to your profile, you got all this info. I basically built my own version of it with the GitHub API, so I pulled in all our own data and whatnot. It was pretty fun. Hey Solo, what is your GitHub username? I'll pull you up on the GitHub app if you want to take a look at what it was. I'll show you. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? All right, let me copy that. Let's open up my terminal. Let's open up another one of these. CD. I think it was GitHub profiles. This was with React too, so let me run the server. All right, so this is the GitHub Profiles project. I'll just paste in your name, and boom, there you are. With you basically have 2 repos here: Portfolio Update V1, Unit 2. It's got your stuff, it's got your location, all that stuff if you have it set up. But yeah, pretty cool. That was a fun stream. If you want to watch that stream, it's a long one. It's 5 hours, but if you go to twitch.tv/Treehouse Show, you'll see it. It's our stream from last week. There's a lot more I want to do to that app though, but I'll probably do that maybe in Discord. Cool. All right, so let me push this up to GitHub, and then oh no, my code's gone. Let me open it back up. I'm gonna put V1 of this project complete. V1 complete matches the mockup, and I'm gonna push this up, but I'm also going to go to GitHub, let's go to my repositories and copy it. Since this isn't ready, I'm not gonna make a live GitHub page out of it or put it on Vercel or anything. So let's go back to Team Treehouse and submit the code adventure. Cool, cool, cool. Product details page. Let's submit it. Link to the repo. Not. What do I want to write? Nah, I'm just not gonna. I don't know if that's a required field or not. This was super fun. Check out the live stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/The Treehouse Show. Yeah, that's it. Cool, that wasn't a required field. Sweet. Admittedly, this is my first code adventure completion. I should have done more code adventures since we released this. I just haven't had the time. So, cool. Finally got a code adventure under my belt. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. It shows up in my completed section. Love that. Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this stream. I'm tired. This was a lot of fun, though. My brain does hurt a little bit. So, that's going to be it for today. Yeah, head on over to Discord solely if you want. Let us know what you want to see next week. I kind of wing these. I don't really know what we're going to build ahead of time. So if you have any ideas or any things that you want to see specifically, just mention it in Discord. Doesn't matter what channel. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I think, yeah, so it's going to be next Thursday at 12. We'll do this every single Thursday at 12 o'clock. 12 CST. I don't know what time it is for you all, but yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.